Hey Ella, did you know that CCTV has been...
Ready to roll. You ready to roll?
Okay, yeah. I think so.
Staring right at us.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Uh-oh. What did we do?
We could try adding some volume. Hey Matt, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, thanks man. Just give me a sec, sit tight if you can for a second. I'm just gonna run the intro. Cool, thanks man. The volume set up. Hey, all right. Matt's on the phone. He's called.
And these are indeed strange times. Oh, if you wanna understand them,
We're gonna try to Skype.
you gotta
If this thing has.
Is the phone on? Like, can people call in?
Yeah, he's on the phone right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome, friends, neighbors, everyone else. You are watching Cambridge Community Television.
Yes.
This show is Clinical Depression, Finding No Pleasure at All in Most Activities, a show in which we explore the condition of clinical depression and how it informs the culture. We have a huge show tonight. Let me run you through what you're going to be seeing in the next...
What do we got?
In the next 27 minutes, we have, if you've watched this show at all, for the last 2 years, it's her, of course, it's Jarva Town, as it says on the graphic. Tonight's her 2-year anniversary on the show. Her first appearance was February 2017. It's now February 2019. Thank you for all the hard work you've done on behalf of clinical depression, Jarva.
Celebrate me.
That's it. Celebrate her, worship her.
Celebrate me. I say it every day.
What's happening with
It's
the
one of the
computer
themes of the
today?
show. What's that?
What's going on?
We're just
The graphics
gonna
are so
leave.
large.
Yeah, it's the browser. Jarva, is there any way to, is there a full screen on Firefox on Mac, do you know? It's not F11? There's no F11 key.
Johnny.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
Tune in every Thursday night at 7:30 to watch Papa Can You Wink, which is Jarva's show.
God damn it!
And yeah, Jarva's able to do it on her show to get
Wait,
the
what
full
are you
screen.
doing?
It's just too big.
Well, it's just, this is all they're seeing out there.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay,
cool.
that's what we
yeah.
want. Okay. And we would just want it bigger?
Or like F11 to get rid of the rest of the browser, but we also
Have you
have.
tried hitting F11?
There's no F11 key. Jonathan Walkenin
Yeah.
is here. You could hear him in the background. You'll see him in a second. He's our favorite band down here. Go see his band, Kirk Windsor. We'll be checking in with Jonathan tonight. And this is talking about shows you gotta see. You gotta look up Unbleachd with Matt Stearns.
Max Starnes, aren't you? Is he on the phone?
He's on the phone.
I don't hear him.
Hello?
Matt, are you there?
Aren't you so glad this is live TV so we can show you those graphics?
Yeah. These animated graphics that I worked so hard at.
So good.
You know, I've
They're so
never
good.
successfully done a graphic on my show ever.
No,
know that?
your show is not
You know
very
that? And I
graphic
think it's
heavy.
funny you think I might know anything about Firefox when I
Wait a
desperately
minute. You shouldn't. People
message
shouldn't know your
you.
email. Why did we switch?
Oh, we
Put
can still
your email
watch
out there.
this.
Give
No,
them your
I mean, let's
phone
stay
number.
here.
You could email me at, why don't you show them the screen, at johnnyod@gmail.com. Go ahead, spam me. I am signing up right now. Oh, try logging in. Okay.
What's he trying to do?
I'm
We're
gonna
apparently trying to sign up with Skype on live on air.
That's right.
You know, this is perfect because I was just thinking about a hashtag NIRL, which is something
yes.
that our guest Max Starnes is an expert on. I think he could weigh in on.
Oh.
Never.
Matt,
in
can you
real
hear
life.
us?
Hello?
I hear him like in a dark.
I hear
trim at
the yeah,
like in the bottom and just the soup left
The
over from
farthest away.
sardines.
the farthest away.
He's trapped in there, Johnny. You are not. You don't have him on.
What have we done?
We're
Can we hear him? Yeah, because we're gonna try to Skype him in.
Something's not right.
Hey, come on.
Oh, We can.
What?
You're,
Listen, John.
Johnny, shush.
I sent you a message
he
that
sent
has
you
the
a
link where I'm at, so you can see me.
Check your
You
phone.
don't need to log in. You don't need to download anything.
Where did you send him the message?
I know. I got here's the confirmation code. If you could show the viewers what we're seeing, 221764. 221764.
We have eaten up 5 minutes and 37 seconds.
It's all
of
worth it because
airtime.
we're going to talk
we've
to
used
Matt
up that time.
Stearns, Clinical Depression Room.
Yeah, and this is a tutorial for people.
That's right.
That
Cam
will-
mic not active. Allow cam mic.
Allow it.
Will you allow?
Allow.
Step 1 to NIRL communication. You gotta allow. You don't need to allow anyone in your house or near you at any time.
Ever.
That's actually highly discouraged. This is kind of like a thing. How do you keep clinical depression in forever perpetuity, right? I
that's-
think NIRL is a big part of that. If there's-
NIRL?
We have a fan, yeah.
Yeah, we got one fan.
You know
Who is that?
how to
I don't know, he just
interact
gave-
without
he gave
ever
Jarva a thumbs up.
interacting.
Yeah.
What is NIRL?
It's very
Never
important
in
in
real
this
life.
day and age.
Let's see if
Skype.
I somehow
Oh,
did
it's
have an
very
opportunity
real,
to
right.
allow the camera.
Then there's no.
Max, do you
person-to-person
have a
interaction.
megaphone that you could speak into when you're
Look at
speaking
me,
on?
dude.
Where are you?
You.
He's on the phone line. Why do you sound so soft? Okay.
This was just a test, really, to see if a modern television studio could do this, and you guys totally dropped the ball.
And yeah, this is not working out.
Well, what would you know about modern television studio?
I have my own modern television.
That you
studio.
haven't entered. Oh, you do you? I would love to come over there and do a tutorial about it.
You guys.
I'm gonna send a hologram. Why are you? Can you call back in?
Hey, it
to
looks
the
like
number?
it looks like we might be.
It might work. It might work.
Oh,
I heard something.
crap.
What if
Might
somebody
see me.
FaceTimed with him and then like put it up next to the camera?
This is prep you should have been doing as Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy.
I'm so lost.
Oh,
Max Starnes is he's going to tell us more about himself, but I know
I'll join you.
for a fact that he lives in screen life.
Where's that?
It's where we're trying to access right now. You know?
Matt, does
You can only
this
access
look
him.
familiar somehow? This is what appear in the clinical depression room.
Does this black void with the white border look
that's so
familiar to
thematically
you?
appropriate.
Right? Does this look familiar to you? It's just a black box.
Matt, do you have a room that we could log into?
Yep, I sent you the link, and I tried to get you to click it like 4 times.
Okay.
Why are you so soft? Can you call in on another phone, the number, so we can just at least hear you in the meantime?
What's a phone in 2019, by the way?
617-876-0055. The real question is, what is anyone doing IRL in 2019? When we all know the place to be is NIRL.
Did he coin that?
He did. He coined it with his life, and I have just come up with the hashtag.
Headlines, guys.
Yeah, Matt, it looks like CCTV is failing us as far as trying to Skype with you. Maybe we could all kind of, let's see.
Hey, man, listen.
And then we gotta hear him somehow.
We can't hear you, Max. Can you call in the number?
I'm on a phone. If I called on a phone, it would sound literally the same.
No, it wouldn't, because we can't. Because we can barely hear you, and they can't hear you on the broadcast.
Really?
Yeah,
I
of
wonder-
course they
yeah.
can't. How would they be able to hear that?
I am, or unless anybody else wants to talk to our helper in the booth to
Oh,
see
God, he's
if
our
they
producer.
could turn it up. Our producer
Producer.
can turn it up.
The producers do not.
I'll go
like
in there and
to
ask
on
them.
CCTV.
What are they
No, well, no, I'm not gonna say that about her. I'm just gonna say that about Max. It's funny because you're yelling and nobody can hear you because you're so soft. This is one of the glitches in NIRL.
You're
The audience didn't hear that, but he just made a WWE reference, and that was great, and it made my fucking week. Thank you for that.
We just want people to hear you, though.
You're fired. You're fired.
We should be fired. I feel like we should be fired.
This isn't. Can you be fired from?
Of course you can be. You can be fired from anything.
Yeah, everything was quiet. Even the theme song. I've got
Yep.
the volume up. Our producer's gonna see if she could turn it up. Well, Matt, we could kind of hear you, although the viewers may not be able to.
Oh, they definitely can.
Here's what we could do. We could have him say something, and then one of you relays it to the viewers,
Yeah,
and then that can be an exercise in some kind of communication.
very
try
true.
it.
Well, Matt, let's see. There's a few points that we could touch on here. First of all, I think one thing we share in common is we all kind of have EMF in common. Did you had the Unbleachd show at EMF? When did you start that show?
Oh, I took over the reins from Mike Natswati, who was doing a really, just boring, drag his ass into the studio type of show. And I'm like, hey, Dave, let's do a real fun, interactive type of show. Let's bring in, new guests. Let's bring in new people. Let's invite people into this studio. It's a desolate, dead room at the top of the EMF building that nobody wants to go into for some reason. But in there is a great radio studio. And for 6 months, I worked every day. I came in. I put on the best show every day that I could possibly put on. And that show was taken away from me just a few days after Thanksgiving 2015, unceremoniously for, we had beers in the studio. So it's a real just hate relationship with EMF. The whole time I was there, all the artists wanted nothing to do with me. They all looked at me like I was a, third-rate citizen. What is this guy doing here?
That's not true.
It was an awful experience being in Boston. I'm so sick and tired of living out
I
here.
think you're actually at the exact right volume for this.
Weird colored hair and, the facial piercings, tattoos. I'm over it. This isn't for me.
See, now, Matt, this is kind of apparently like you're kind of you're able to be kind of confrontational, and you get viewership that way. I was just listening to you ripping into Adam 22.
Yeah, he's great.
And then you had the radio war going on with social conditioning, right?
Yeah, that was all fake.
It was fake.
Fake! Fake is an integral part to the NIRL makeup, background protection, and hashtag. Don't you feel, Max?
Yeah.
The great thing about NIRL is nothing is really real, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything can be
Really-
fake when you
I would like to
live
go
in a hashtag NIRL format, don't you feel?
Monogram, ranting off nonsense.
But now, Matt, you didn't even need EMF because you've grown your viewership to. I mean, you were telling me you had like 1,700 comments on a live stream on YouTube, right?
Yeah, usually the shows Saturday nights do pretty well. I got a very interactive community of viewers. They like to come out Saturday night. They watch the majority of the show. It's like a 4 to 5 hour show I'll do. I'll only get up sometimes to urinate. And for some reason, the stuff that comes out of my brain, people sit there and they'll watch for hours at a time. And it's quite fun to do.
Yeah, I found you to be very good with the moment, and we kind of think along with you, and then you seem to go right for you just stab right into tearing apart artifice, I guess, right? Would you say that's one of your themes? To call out bullshit?
Within Artifice?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm kind of a contrarian.
Yes.
I like to play the devil's advocate sometimes, but I also like to, I'm always rooting for the underdog. I'm always thinking there's something going on that's not quite what it is. It's a fucked up way I live my life, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're living it, through media as a personality. And so
I was lied to by literally everyone I know. So it's difficult for me to even trust, my mother.
Wait, you've been lied to by everyone you know?
Yeah, literally every person I've met.
So is
Like,
that why your reaction is to
I don't trust anybody.
like, do you love anybody that you don't at least express hatred toward equally as much, if not more so, than your actual love?
I'm talking to Jarva. I talked to you for like 2 hours Saturday.
I know, because here's another question. How long have you been in love with Jessica, Catherine Sophia, Jarva, Lund, Town?
I don't like girls who have herpes.
What?
I said I don't like girls who have herpes.
Okay.
well, you could
That's jumping to a different subject.
see right there, herpes. Everybody like tunes in. It's like he's now we're talking about herpes. Is that how you grow a show?
I don't have herpes, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with anybody that has herpes, and I think herpes is an okay thing in the world that some people have to deal with. That's my non sequitur. But jumping back, how long? I have a whole list of interview questions for you. But one of them is, how long have you loved, admired? Was it first sight? When did you fall totally in love with Jessica, Catherine, Sophia, Jarva, Lund, Town?
You're fucking delusional.
You're not in love with her? Is that what you're saying right now on live TV, Matt?
I said in plain English when she asked me the first time, she disgusted me. I wouldn't touch her with your dick, dude.
Oh my God, if only you did IRL.
Yeah, see, I think it only makes it only draws Jarva closer to you. When you deny your love for
Like
her.
a rabbit moth.
Literally, I want to fucking puke. That's why I avoid her like, people avoid fucking going to the doctor. I don't know, man. She makes me fucking ill.
You guys are so good together, Matt.
Dude, she fucking sexually harasses me. Okay? I don't fucking deal with that. She owes me $150 and I've let it go. I haven't asked for it anymore. And
$150.
All of these things are falsities. And MS could have that $150 if he breaks his hashtag NIRL life, which you're saying, so hashtag NIRL is totally based on me? It seems to include everyone, though.
No. Oh my God. What is going on? This was a total setup, dude.
Do you want to move on to more of our questions?
Jarva's got more questions for you,
I have a
Matt.
tough time with that one.
Literally, this was a complete fucking waste of everybody's time because Jarva was involved.
Well, everyone can hear me at full volume, so...
You know that Jarva was involved in this and fucking ruined it all.
This is where it always goes.
It ends up there, and I'm like, I'm okay with it. I know you love me. I love you too.
You wasted my fucking viewers' time again.
MS, is anybody wasting your time when you've chosen to Skype or whatever into this program and we can't even hear you?
I didn't think you'd be there!
Okay. Let's move on to another question that nobody will hear the answer to because of your communication problems. Who is vice versa?
That's a viewer of mine. Now, does the guys who host this show have a question?
Oh, I'm sorry, let's defer.
Matt, I'm very impressed at how you didn't seem to skip a beat after EMF went down, and you were somehow able to rebound, continue to use the Unbleachd name, which you started at EMF, and you've grown a viewership. So I guess are there any kind of quick tips that you could give to me as a host to a show of like how to grow as big a viewership as you have?
Be honest.
Be honest. Be honest. That's I might have to start trying to do that, I guess. But then I'd have to like start living my life as an honest person. Is that what you're saying? And then when I come to the show, I'm just already in the habit of it?
No, you're kind of just muffling my words a little bit. Be honest with your viewers. Say what you mean. Don't hold back. We live in an age nowadays where everyone's self-censoring themselves. They think that because of what they say reflects virtue on them, and if they say the wrong thing in front of the wrong people, it could potentially ruin their life.
Right.
It's deadly, you know.
Isn't that the scourge on fucking society right now? Is if you say the wrong motherfucking thing, then you're blackballed, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's no good. Stay away from him. Don't book him." Right?
Sure. If you're in that type of industry, I tried my hand at stand-up comedy in this wretched city for about a year, and I was just completely honest with a lot of comedians. I said what I meant, and I tried in all of my soul to bring the humor. And a lot of them took it personally. They got their feelings hurt. And it's something that, I see the weakness right there, which is like, you're afraid of powerful people just because they see something that they want. We can take anything we want if we really work for it. You got to work for it. You know what I mean?
Now, if you say something and then you say the exact opposite of that thing, like that sentiment, and you do that like over and over again, constantly contradict yourself, how does that factor into the honesty level?
All you need to do is stand-up comedy for 10 years to be a comedian. All you need to do is get up there and hold the people's attention long enough and make them laugh a couple times. It's it. It's the easiest job in America. And these kids who are getting up there every night are so nervous and thinking, what the hell's going to happen with what I say? And it's their words. You know how many words come out of my mouth on an average Saturday night?
A lot, man.
Why aren't you doing stand-up comedy, Marks?
Because it's a dead medium. The people that are going to comedy shows are the people that pretty much, it's the same thing as going to a hooker for sex. It's not going to be good. You're going to get what you want out of it, but it's not going to be great. Good comedy is in the parking lot with your friends laughing at some jackass falling down. That's comedy. It's not some goofy story you wrote while you were taking a dump yesterday that you thought, oh, I'm going to tell this on stage. I made this whole thing up. Sure, it might be funny for a little bit, but it's like, life is funny. Okay? People dying is funny. Everything we go through, there's humor in it.
Matt, in your 10 years, you said 10 years of stand-up comedy that you did in and around Boston.
No,
I said...
No, he's just judging people that he's never been in a scene he will never hang out with for that long.
So you haven't done stand-up comedy?
I've done plenty of stand-up comedy.
Did you know Nick O'Connor?
Yes, I know Nick. Last time I saw him, he was a delightful kid. He complimented my shoes. He said hi to me. He was one of the more outgoing people I met in the comedy scene.
He had a good heart, right?
He's a good person. Honestly, I put myself in a lot of people's shoes when I hear that something tragic might have happened to them. And I really empathize. And I think, in a room full of people, I've been there, felt lonely, okay? Out with my friends, felt lonely. It's a human condition we all have. my thing is talking about it. You know, I let people in that matter, but, you know, to be frank, all I need is myself. I just need to be okay with myself. I need to be okay with sitting alone and just dealing with whatever's going through my head at the time. You know, everything passes.
You know,
Everything changes, just do what you think you should do.
well, Matt, we got about a minute and a half.
Maybe someday, baby, I'll come and be crying to
Matt
you.
Stearns. Well, Matt, you know, that's exactly, you know, as a show about clinical depression and depression recovery, I think you've kind of hit the nail on the head as far as how we can unburden ourselves and be freer is to speak freely and just let go of our fears and any insecurities and just be who we are and say what we want to fucking say, right? Is that kind of one of your core message?
I'm crazy. That's the thing. And I want to let people know that, you know, I let people know when I'm uncomfortable. A lot of people don't do that anymore. A lot of people don't understand that it's okay to let people know that you're having a tough time and just give me a few minutes. Instead of causing a complete fucking misunderstanding, breaking things, kicking things, having a fit, just talking about it real quick, it gets over with, even if it's just addressing it. It's always an elephant in the room for some people.
Matt, we got 15 seconds. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. You want to tell Jarva that you love her? 8 seconds. Matt, we'll talk to you again, man. Thanks a lot.